What up? It's me. So in this video, figured I would give you some food for thought. Maybe get the old brain fluids going. So a lot of the time, what we feel on the inside is the direct opposite of what we project on the outside. Maybe a relationship, friendship, situation, outcome, something hurt you. And you take that pain and it comes out as anger, hostility, sadness, all these different things, right? But you never meant to say or do whatever it was. You were just not feeling very okay in that moment. Now, a lot of the most ignorant things that we could ever do, or we could ever do, could easily be avoided. And what I mean by that is if we just took some time to reflect, some time to just be by ourselves and just think for a minute, just reflect on the situation at hand. A lot of the time we get too caught up in whatever's going on, too caught up in the, whatever it is, outcome, something somebody did, anything like that. Now, there is no certain way to really be more calm, unless you sit there and maybe meditate, breathe in and out, just in through the nose, out through the mouth, stuff like that, right? But the takeaway I wanted to have from this video was more so to think about what you value more. Do you value the pain you're feeling in an outer projection of anger or hostility? Or do you value more your bond that you had with someone, or your own happiness, or things of that nature? So before the next time you choose to do something, or you can feel yourself about to say something or do something that's irrational, catch yourself and take some time to reflect. Because a lot of the time we feel like all this pain and we just want to just spew it, but it's not worth it. It really isn't. At the end of the day, like, whatever you value more, whatever brings you more joy is what's really worth it. And most of the time, it's not going to be, really never, is that going to be hurting someone else, right? So, it's just something I was thinking about. And maybe some of you can relate, maybe you can't. But I feel if we all took some more time to reflect in our life and have accountability, and we weren't so afraid of being accountable, I think that we would live much happier lives. I try to be, in my life, as accountable as I possibly can. I try to see the things that I'm doing right when I do them. And if I see a bad habit, I call it out to myself, and then I recognize it, right? And then I understand why I do it, and then I overcome it, right? Because life is always moving forward. So if you're just gonna let yourself get stuck in whatever it is and then ruin things, obviously that's not what you really want to happen. Because most of the time it is just that pain of whatever happened that drives you to make those poor choices. So if we just took some time to reflect on our own actions, and even before we make a bad action, you know what I mean? Let's say somebody said something and it upset you very much. You gotta think to yourself, did they really mean to upset me? Why am I so upset? Is this irrational? Is this going to gain me anything from fighting with this person? Is it going to gain me anything to say this mean thing to this person? Is it going to gain me anything to end this bond? Will it bring me joy to do this? So ask yourself that anytime you find yourself in a situation where you feel irrationally angry, hostile, upset, anything like that. Because how I apply this to my life, if somebody says something to me, I could either, like, a perfect example is hate comments, right? I get a lot of hate comments, right, on my channel. So does every other creator. I get like quite a lot of them though, right? And so I could sit there and respond to all the little hate comments and sit there and hate on them back and start like a comment war and just let myself get all angry. Or I could take a minute, reflect, and think to myself, why does this bother me so much? Why does it bother me at all what this person has to say? Their opinion even. Why does it bother me that they will go out of their way to interact with me? Isn't that a sign of love more than hate? Because anyone that truly, and I mean like truly hates someone, will not go out of their way to talk to them, even if it is in a disrespectful manner. Because I feel, at least for me, right? When I truly like hate someone, despise them, I don't want to be around them at all. I don't want to interact with them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to think about them, anything like that, right? In today's day and age, with the rise of social media, we have these people, these, haters, as they may call them. And people just sit there and comment like nasty things to people and try to make the creator feel bad. Even like streamers, like on YouTube, you can stream and you can there's a feature called Super Chats where you can basically give someone money and your message appears in yellow where it's like highlighted so that everyone can see it. And essentially people pay money to say mean things. So is that really a sign of hate, or is that a sign of deep-rooted jealousy and love and respect? Because jealousy is what drives a lot of hate, if you think about it. A lot of people on the inside, they're very jealous and they want what someone has, like more than anything. But on the outside, they project it as hatred and anger, hostility. So the takeaway here, like I said, is just to reflect and think about what's really bothering you. Is it worth it to start that with this person? Is it worth it to, do anything like that? Because you come to these realizations after you reflect, right? So if you really think about it, life can only be experienced forwards, but it can only be learned from backwards. So you have to reflect on what you've done, but in order to keep going, you just have to keep experiencing, right? And so when you reflect, it makes the experiencing part of it that much better, because then you don't tend to make the same mistake again. And if you do reflect again, learn again, and therefore you will ultimately be a better human being, a better person. Your character will be more developed. You'll be more mature, intelligent, not ignorant. And there's just so many things that happen when you reflect. And I figured I would share this because sometimes I catch myself just about to say something very ignorant, about to say something hostile, angry, something like that. And then I take the time to have the accountability to call myself out and be like, wow, I was really about to do that. That's very mature of me. So now I'm going to instead not say whatever it was, react in a mature manner, stuff like that, right? So I feel that everybody does this, and I feel that the more that we learn to have that accountability, and the more that we reflect, really, better we'll be, better off we'll be, that is. So just some food for thought I thought I'd share, just like a little 10-minute or so video. And I hope this may have helped some of you, or made you think about things in a different way, or maybe you have something you've been pushed into the back of your subconscious, and maybe you're gonna call yourself out after watching this video. Maybe you'll reflect, really. Excuse me. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 by the end of 2021. It's pretty much all there is to it. So very happy to be uploading again. Very pleased that all these people missed me, and I'm very pleased that I'm able to make videos and people see them. And not only that, one day it will be my full-blown career, and one day, you know, my dream is to be a motivational speaker. I'll be on a stage, other people will hear my message. Maybe it'll help them, maybe it won't, but I'll do it with no insistence on the outcome. It's the joy in giving the message rather than the outcome of the message, right? So it's not about whether or not it helps someone, it's about the joy of me doing it. And the helping people part is just an added bonus. Like the people in my comments that have said, this is my calling and stuff like that. It's a very nice thing to hear, but I don't do it for that. I do it just for the joy of it, right? So like, comment, subscribe. It's 2 words I say at the end of every single video, and also get the merch. Stay jacked. Woo. That was actually kind of a good angle.